I think there is a problem with Naoya Inoue versus Junto Nakatani. We're gonna get into the talking points, but I think there's I think there's a few things that need to be spoken about this fight, and I think the first point that I've got to talk about is this actually might be happening at the wrong time. Dare I say it? Dare I say it? It might actually be happening at the wrong time. Look, I think for Inoue it's good and it's a great name to get on the resume. I strongly believe Inoue is going to beat Nakatani. I'm very confident he will. Nakatani, though, he's definitely top 10 pound for pound, I'd say, but I still feel like he's building. I still feel like he's building at that top level, and I don't think he's fully been tested. Other than that Sebastian Hernandez fight, where the odd flaw was shown, and the odd flaw for Inoue was shown in Nakatani's game that Inoue can exploit, I still feel like Nakatani is building at this top level. And for him, I reckon it might be too early for Nakatani. And I don't know if the fight's better a year down the line than it is now. But then again, is it now or never for this fight? That's the thing. But dare I say that this fight might be happening at the wrong time? And I just feel like it's because, again, has Nakatani fully been tested at this level that Inoue's at? The answer is no. And yes, he is elite. He is elite. Junto Nakatani is. Inoue's beyond that, though. Naoya Inoue is beyond that. Can Nakatani get to where Inoue is? I don't think he'll ever be as good as Inoue, but is he going to get better? Yes. Without a shadow of a doubt, yes, he's going to be better than what he is right now. I don't think right now is peak Junto Nakatani. I still feel like that's a year and a half to come, where we will see prime Junto Nakatani. And yeah, I just don't think he's fully been tested at the level that I think a lot of people might want to see him at beforehand. I just look back at that Sebastian Hernandez fight, and it's like, and he's gonna love what he sees. Yeah, he must have been loving what he was seeing when he was watching that back throughout this build up. And we've heard what Inoue's been saying. You know, he said he's got to beat him. He's been saying basically there's no way he can lose. And I think a big thing as well, which I don't think people realize, is that this style just might not deliver. The style of both the guys might not deliver in this fight. I feel like people expect a war because that's always what we see with Inoue, but these are two guys who are gonna look to outsmart each other. Nakatani's a very patient guy who's very good at pouncing on his moments and is an entertaining guy. But he's a long range guy. And against someone like Inoue, I question whether I don't see him wanting to take loads of risks. I see Inoue wanting to take a lot more risks than what Nakatani is. And I feel like that's a big reason why, because in my opinion, it's going to be a one-sided fight in Inoue's favour style wise, and being the fact that I just feel like it's gonna be one sided for Inoue. That's the thing. Inoue's gonna look to come forward with good calculated pressure behind that jab. He's gonna look to get in, but I see it being so one sided. I think Inoue makes. I feel like there's a chess match for 2 rounds. Then I feel like Inoue just completely takes over. That's what I think happens, and I feel like people will be disappointed with that result. I feel like many people expect a really good competitive fight. It could be competitive, but I feel like if it's a competitive fight, then it's a slow start, very tactical, and it's not a war that I feel like a lot of like the odd casual who wants to watch this fight is gonna be interested in. I don't think it's going to be an explosive war like I feel like a lot of people think it will be. And I'm happy with it being a chess match personally. I feel like I don't mind it being a good competitive chess match. But I reckon for a load of people who are really hyped for this fight, it really could go under the radar. That's my opinion. But I think it's I just feel like the big thing is that Inoue is just going to be way too complete for him. That's my opinion. I just don't think it's going to be competitive whatsoever. I really don't. I really don't. I feel like Inoue is just a just a god in boxing right now. And again, Nakatani's elite. He's class. He's not on that Inoue level though. He's not on Naoya Inoue's level. Inoue's proven that he's just different to the majority of these guys. I feel like right now you've got five guys on who are just on a different planet in boxing. You've got five guys on a different planet. You got Usyk, or well, do we include Crawford right now? Probably not. He's retired. So we'll say four. Currently competing. We got Usyk, Bivol, Shakur, and Inoue. That's not in order, by the way. They're the four. They are the four guys right now who are just on a different level to absolutely everyone. They've just got a different kind of status. They are the four guys. And I feel like a big thing here is if Nakatani loses, his hype could just be gone instantly because I just don't think he's got. Because look, if Inoue loses rematches there, and then people will realize how good Nakatani is if Nakatani wins. If Inoue wins, it's like, yeah, he's gonna win. If Nakatani loses, I just have a feeling no one's gonna want to bloody talk about him anymore. That's my opinion. But again, if Nakatani beats Inoue, it's like no one's gonna be saying, "Oh, Inoue got absolutely exposed there." It's just the narrative will be Nakatani is just something. Wow, something we didn't expect, and that's the thing. People will still see Inoue as what he is, in my opinion. But how much does this win elevate Inoue's career? I don't know. I feel like these are the issues with it. And the other big issue is outside of bloody Japan, it's like not enough bloody people know about this fight. Not enough people know about this fight outside of Japan. I feel like if it was in a if it was in a year's time, Nakatani built himself up more. And even it would be good better to get Inoue's name out there more as well to a global audience. That's what we need because it's not there. This should be a hardcore dream fight, but it just doesn't. Again, the real ones know, but just not enough people know. That's what I think.